adventurers, and welcome to the Drunken Pony Pub. My name is Brad, and I will be your DM and your barkeep for this evening. So if you will grab a drink, grab a seat, and let's get started. Picking up where our adventurers left off, you all have joined a resistance movement to the Titans known as the Time Watch. You have scaled the tower that belonged to one of the original rulers of this, number 4, the original rulers of this land. Fighting your way through 4 floors of terror and undead yuckiness. You found the kidnapped girl that you've been searching for, and her captor, who seems to have been the court jester. And you made short work of him. Taking a few heavy hits along the way, but overall you guys did a really good job taking him out quickly.
Does anybody else smell burnt hair?
Everybody levels up, and that is where we will take it. You guys are just post-battle. Feeling a little bit stronger, but also like you took a nasty hit for some of you.
Anything different with me?
You feel nothing that you need to worry about at the moment. However, you feel, actually everybody can pretty much see this, from the center of your body, because you almost are, you're not so much floating plates, but there's definitely joints in between like your chest and your abdomen. There's this faint green glow that almost comes from the inside, and for purposes, in case I forget to bring it up later, when you rage, it turns red.
Okay. Nice.
It glows red on the inside, but it, for the most part, is green. And anybody who watches close can see it almost beats like a heart. For all intents and purposes, you are alive, which is unusual for a construct.
Could it possibly be blue?
Oh yeah.
Because you already drawn it.
Make it from blue
I
to
mean,
red
I
for
was-
drawing for.
Well,
I'll leave it up to you.
Okay.
I haven't started his
RGB.
drawing yet, but since his color is blue for all of our indicators.
Blue to red would be kind of cool. You literally are a robot cop.
I will leave it up to you to think about how you want it to be.
I mean, if he wants it to be green, that's completely fine. I'm just saying, like, if it's blue, that makes it a whole lot easier on me.
It's up to you.
That's true.
It's like a
But
moonlight.
if it has like a story, like backstory, or
I mean,
more
there's
purpose,
The green is not crucial to that backstory.
it's not crucial, but it's like it kind of like blends in to like power or
Our life. Honestly.
yeah, in life. Blue would be nice. I mean, that's fine.
You want to do blue?
Sure.
Alright,
let's do blue.
it's a blue. We'll make it blue. It is a blue pulsing energy inside of you. So,
And after that got cut out.
so again, for all purposes, you are... Well, no, that's okay if it stays in.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
fine.
that's fine.
Little bit
It
behind
is,
the scenes.
like I said, you are alive. So that means you actually... You don't age, but you experience emotions, which is unlike most constructs. You experience anger, love, hesitation, worry.
No. Would that
Everything.
just come over him all at once? Just like,
No,
oh, I'm
it's
having
been
no
developing,
emotions
but now it just feels even more real.
Yeah,
okay.
like-
And it's probably, and you honestly feel like it might be a result of taking that nasty fire blast and watching your friends go down.
yeah.
And that maybe that's what caused it. You're not sure, but you definitely feel a little bit more in touch with your emotions than previously.
His body.
It does that.
And I believe I've talked to you about what you get when you level up as well.
Yes.
Any changes for you listeners?
There will be for your item, yes. Not super crucial at the moment.
At this point, I'm
Yours
just
is
talking
all
more
whatever
aesthetically.
else you're doing.
I want people to change.
Aesthetically, nothing changes about you yet.
Yeah, you're still ugly.
And nothing changes for yours just yet either.
Cam evolves into
What's your charisma?
into a skin.
What'd you say, ugly? What's your charisma?
It's 2
Oh,
attacks.
oh,
I moved my
It's
bonus
not-
mark
it's
to
not-
actress.
Alright.
That's not a scale of
The hunter's mark.
It's a scale of personality. There's a difference.
Alright. Yeah, that's why barbarians can't have charisma and be intimidating. Alright, but you guys are in this room, and it is what it is.
I am teabagging the body.
Okay,
I'm
you
gonna
begin
go and
teabagging.
loot it while he's teabagging.
Okay, roll
Investigation?
investigation.
For a second, I thought you were
I'll
talking
check out
about
the
girl. I'm like,
throne.
no, Trace, don't do it.
Cairo, if there's any gold, I get half.
15.
15. There is no gold on this individual.
Fuck!
There is a
Useless.
skull.
Does it match the one that I have?
Yes, they look similar in the fact that they both look like they were severed from the body in the same way. They both have like marks right around the fontanelle at the bottom, but they one of them is much larger than the other. It's the one that he is holding, but they look the same race. They both look like they might be elven, maybe human, kind of half elf.
Which skull do you have?
My skull. Apparently.
The one with the candle
That was
hole, but this one does have the candle
That's
drill as well.
That's the one that I have, isn't it? Or was it one?
There was
I took that.
Was it 2?
No.
I got
Whoever
the one,
has it,
I got
doesn't
the one
matter.
From I got the one from the castle.
It's the one from the castle is the one I was talking about. That it's the same as.
Yeah.
So whoever has it doesn't matter to
I
me.
got it.
It looks this very similar, but it's much bigger.
Anything else?
Oh yes, there's a key on him. It's large. It's like this, like it was strapped around his waist.
The hell is this for? Oh well. Here's a bit of
Sure,
time.
you should know. You know exactly what that's for. I kneel down and whisper into the dead body of the jester's ear. Where's your god now?
There's no answer.
That's what I thought. I pick up the body.
Okay, you have the body.
I'm just tending to the girl, seeing if she's waking up.
She is not waking up, but she does seem to be breathing slowly.
All right. Should she look like she can be moved, or
She could probably be moved, but you'd have to be careful putting her down, and if she were to take even a hit from anything, she'd be probably toast.
yeah. So I mean, I wasn't gonna carry her into the fray. I'm going to set her up on a less like crumpled on the floor position up on the pedestal again. Just like look her over. This is who we're looking for, I assume.
You've never seen her.
I mean,
But
based on the description.
based on the description, it seems to be her.
Okay.
Oh, so we're going through with the sacrifice?
No, God, please, just go get your treasure. Right.
I'm a.
I already got my
my
treasure.
cloak.
Gross.
Okay.
Is
You guys
what's
can
the
see
extent
it.
of her injuries? Like just lacerations on the
Looks
back?
like very ritual lacerations to the back. There are almost runes carved into the back. You can copy them down to spend time to study them if you would like.
I would.
But there's nothing coming to your memory right off the top. These are definitely some sort of necrotic spell that you are not yet familiar with. Something of a higher level than you know.
You said runes. Atlas is turned on.
Yeah, there's runic carvings onto her back.
Tell me about him.
I don't know.
I think Asher said he was checking the
Throne.
throne.
Okay, it is a stone throne.
I'm going to the big
That's
door.
the throne.
Okay, you go back to the big door.
I'm following Kyle.
Okay, is anybody else going with him? He's going back out.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Might as well.
Alright, you all go out.
I'm gonna stay.
You're gonna stay with her. Are you going, Ink, or are you staying?
Oh, I'm going. I gotta see this.
Alright, you go out. So yeah, going back to the room with the statues, there's the room with the like stationary statues, and then there's the big door right across from it with a big keyhole in the middle.
Does it look like it'll fit?
On first glance, kind of. I mean, you'd have to really try it. It's kind of a generic key, to be honest.
You found the vault key.
Here you go, man.
Pick it up.
I'm stepping all the way back.
Okay.
Wait, do you heal all the way when you level up or no?
No.
Okay,
No.
that's-
No.
That's what I thought.
No, you heal whatever additional hit points you gained, though.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I need to correct that.
I'll just say I'm out of my healer's kit because like this would be a good reason for why that ran out.
Sure.
So I jumped it all into dying.
I have the key.
Okay.
Okay. Buddy,
Okay. You take it. It's almost feels like it's stuck. It feels like it fits, but you're gonna have to jam this thing in. So I'm gonna need a strength check. Like
That's what I
it's
gave it to
tight. This thing is some sort of arcane mechanism to it.
11.
11. You like come up behind it to like shove it, and as you do, it shoves and a spike comes through your hand.
I don't feel it.
You take 4 points of piercing damage.
Wait, how much do you heal when you level up?
Whatever you
Whatever you
gain,
roll,
whatever you
whatever you
gain
roll.
health
Oh,
wise.
okay.
So
Oh,
he. Oh no, never mind. Actually, so it's,
Oh, no, I forgot that you got hit by a fireball.
You
Yeah, I'm not dead though.
you have to pull them back apart. This mechanism begins to spin in the middle of the door where you previously couldn't see locks. There's a dial that begins turning. One, it turns, reaches a certain point. Another dial, apart from it, turns the other way. As it swings open, separating along this disc.
Woohoo.
You see, for a brief moment in front of you, a book open, almost on like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a church podium type thing.
Like
It's sitting. Yes, perfect.
I play Minecraft.
And it begins to flip through pages. Papers begin to lift off of the desks, begin to slowly turn. You're all kind of stepping a little bit back as there is a ghastly figure, which slowly rises from the middle of this paper. Looks up, hood drawn to its face. You recognize it very quickly as the fourth statue.
Ah, fuck.
It pushes through you, passes by all of you, and goes out the front door. There are 4 more that slowly form, pass by you, and exit out the front door. You hear through the town screams, just fearful yells, clattering, and then the room comes to a rest.
Nomad, what did you do?
Alright, so this
He
is
cursed
not our
us.
problem.
It's no problem. We got the gear.
Yeah, we got the girl.
Did
This
we
did
just
not
like
happen.
unleash the apocalypse?
Well, whatever it was, it's not our problem.
I guess I'll walk in the room.
Okay.
What's that
Yeah.
book?
Yeah.
Check out that book first, I guess.
The book seems to be an old spell book. Very, very ancient. It has a lot of smears. Some of the pages kind of crumple, which is odd because you just watched it flipping flawlessly through. And they kind of crumple, but shoved between 2 pages in the middle is a well-folded note, which when you lift it up appears to be blank.
We need to fire a thing.
Okay.
Lantern boy.
And I'm still holding the Jester's dead body.
Okay.
So if you're leaving notes for people to find, why keep using the same stupid invisible ink trick?
So, the note reads,
This guy's supposed to be smart.
That's how we got you once more. Invisible ink trick.
"Even now they bang on my doors. The traps I laid in this tower are impassable by any other than my brothers. Sadly, it is they coming to kill me. I have cast a spell over this tower, rendering any with the mark of Kronos unable to enter. Took every bit of energy to cast, but I think none short of Kronos himself could dispel it. We know he would never leave the safety of the mount. I have created a trap. As my brothers enter this room, it will lock behind them, trapping all of us inside. It can only be opened from the other side with the key I left hidden inside the room of Landon's castle, even if he doesn't know about it. And it should remain that way. I know in death I too will fight for the side which I so adamantly opposed, wreaking havoc in the name of Kronos. If my trap succeeds, though, I will remain in here eternally and save the world from my and my brother's power."
So this guy's dead body is now fighting for Kronos?
Sounds like it.
That's fun.
Hey, look at the bright side.
You're gonna beat him up.
We found the girls. Anything else in this one?
There
Look at the bright
are
side.
there is 3 potions which look old. You're not sure if they would work to their full effect or not, but they do seem to be magical potions. There's also a few books. Again, a lot of them are almost unreadable with how poorly they've aged, but you have a few arcane books.
If you find anything arcane, please let me know.
I'm gonna take out my extra set of clothes and like carefully grab all of them.
Okay.
I'll take the old book that was on the pedestal. Unleash the ghosties.
I'm gonna take some of those potions if nobody's grabbed them.
I'm grabbing.
You already got
I'm heading to the bar for a drink.
And one other thing that's in there, I'm going to need if everybody wants to investigate the room, they can. Go for it.
Not 20.
Nat 20?
There you go.
7.
13.
Alright. Roll me another d20.
17.
17. You have found yourself a magical bottle opener.
Oh, cool.
It is a regular bottle opener that has a small chance to break the bottle. And it makes a loud pop. I had you roll on my table of useless magical items.
What do you mean useless? Loud pop?
It makes a very satisfying loud pop.
But with a chance to break the
With a chance to break the
You
bottle.
actually.
Hey, bro.
I might need that.
You got it.
Alright, but you are all out. You're done here if you would like to leave.
What else you want to find?
Some books.
Really cool bottle opener.
I found this bottle opener.
It seems important. I'll cast Identify soon. Would you all mind if I go ahead?
Close the books.
I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna cast.
Nothing
it.
else happened, by the way.
Okay. I think
Nothing else
I
happened.
phrase it that way. Hey, Ink, did anything else happen?
I'm already walking towards the
Oh,
bar.
okay.
Some ghosts are outside.
You have the jester with you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Priorities.
What do you mean?
Yeah, the statue guys.
Have your
The 5, yes.
Huh?
I didn't say anything.
The statue got. Yeah, they're outside. I heard some screams. I was gonna go check that out.
Yes, do that. Yes. Were there any books or any?
Yeah, I already mentioned.
I'm sorry, I was listening to. He was talking about ghosts. When you have a moment, I'd like to look them over.
Well, I'm gonna
You
take
have
the little
3
girl
books.
because I'm strong boy.
They are called, if you would like to write them down really quick, the Hero's Lexicon.
That's a big word.
Spells for the Caged Mind.
And Coochie Kisser.
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast, yeah.
And Oblivion.
I'm keeping them.
Oblivion. You said.
Let me. I'll hand them all back to you. Just let me flip through these. I might take the spell one if you don't mind.
I'm reading the Oblivion one.
I just want to read
It's
them.
all.
them the
It's almost unreadable without understanding magic.
That's
It
fine.
is just gibberish.
But
there is illustrations.
kind of, if you'd like, I could translate this for you, hand it to, and give it back to you.
I'm just looking at the pretty pictures for what they're.
All right. But in case I obviously don't want to take them from you. It just if I could translate for them. Let me know.
You
What are
got
the
2 others to change.
What are the other books? And he still has the spell book one, right?
Yeah, I have the old.
Yeah, you have the dusty
red
old
one.
tome. Yes.
And so the just like sort of spark like the blurb at the beginning. What are the Hero's Lexicon spells?
The Hero Lexicon spells is basically your player's handbook of spells. It is a list of all the spells that you could pretty much already learn. Is what it seems to be. It's your very typical spells.
Okay.
Literally just says the player's handbook.
Yeah. Now the spells for the Caged Mind has this large focus on any spells which seem to do psychic damage.
Yeah.
And you feel like if someone were to spend a large amount of time reading this, perhaps they could get a small bonus to those sort of spells.
Okay. Yes. I'll if you don't mind, I'll hold on to the spells for the Caged Mind and the Hero's Lexicon. Is that fine with you? All right. Wonderful. All right. Let's. I need to stay with the girl. I don't know that she's ready to move. If you all want to move with Cam, I can stay here with her.
We need to go back to the castle. I'm just gonna 5-point lay on hand her.
Okay.
Pick her up. It's time to go.
There is a. She really doesn't come fully to conscious, but the eyes kind of flutter. And the breathing just really very regular. You see wounds on her back kind of close.
I'm going to give her like a spare shirt.
Yeah.
Hey, all right.
She's already in my clothes.
Not really fully conscious. Yeah, he
Okay.
I'm just gonna. I'll put Hellstorm back and do like kind of like the princess carry all the way back to the castle.
Yeah, she's unfortunately not awake, just the massive amount of suffering she took, but she is definitely stable now.
She should be good to carry, so just be gentle, please.
I hear that.
Okay, you carry her?
Yes, I just want to find it.
Alright. You all step out of the castle. It's actually a very heroic pose. As Atris steps out first, the giant maul on his back. Beautiful armor, this helmet that has the almost blazing yellow flame.
I don't have
around it.
beautiful armor yet.
But your armor's really not bad overall. I mean, you didn't come into this world a pauper. Then on to his right side, this massive now blue glowing construct, warforged creature. To his other side, the weaponed out ranger.
I'm strapped with
Who's
so
just
many vials and bottles.
And there's just like a bandolier of vials.
Yeah, to the side of the to the other side, there's the fucking merchant from Resident Evil.
Just covered in books.
I just realized
Oh, yeah. Well, you've just got like a stack of books.
You can draw me with my cloak on.
Looking out, you're probably actually reading one on this side, and then Cam and Ink on the other end. You definitely still look very heroic, although it's not a little battle worn on Ink's end. Yeah, carrying the jester swung up on the shoulder.
And finally, most heroic, swinging his 2 swords, is Byron coming out alone.
Written Bryce
Written.
coming out at the end.
The joke landed regardless.
It's almost like though you expect applause as you walk out, just this massive hero's moment, and instead you walk out, and there's a cart tipped over.
Yeah.
There's wind fluttering through an open door, which.
Are there not people in the streets where they're supposed to be?
There's nobody here.
I really expected more.
Fuck.
Well, to the castle we go.
Yeah.
No.
To the tavern, then the castle.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
take.
yeah, order one
if you
second.
would like
We're
to go
gonna
to the
drink
tavern,
what
I'll
we
take the girl to the castle. She just needs to get home now.
I will take her there
It's my
first.
flask.
Okay, good.
I don't want you to
You
pay
still
for
have
that.
like a gallon and a half.
I appreciate that. Yes.
I start swinging.
Okay. So you guys head to the castle first.
Yeah.
Okay. You all make it through the streets. Every once in a while, you will see a person who's like outside, just gathering their things that are blown out into the streets.
You okay,
Some
bro?
of them look over to you, very panicked, like very nervous, very jumpy, and then they go back to gathering their things.
What happened?
Every once in a while, you'll see somebody just kind of duck into a door when they see you guys walking down the street.
No. He was a bad guy. Bad guy.
Just ducks back into their house.
They don't understand.
We need to get to the castle. Hurry.
On the way to the castle, I'm just reading the Oblivion.
Okay.
What do the depictions depict?
There seems to be a lot of build up and different material components. So there's like this shows what looks like some sort of herb. You're really not sure. It's a cool flower. Looks like at one point this page might have even had some color to it. It might have been painted green. Now it's kind of just a faded yellow. But going through, it seems like a lot of it is components building up towards the end some sort of massive spell. You're not sure what it is. You haven't gotten to it yet. Unless you want to just flip to the end. Just
I can't remember the story.
That's just blasphemy.
You reach the gates of the castle. There is one guard standing out. And he is like nervously looking around as you all approach. He takes a pike and holds it out.
Oh my God! What happened?
Everything happened.
Yeah, that
Within
helps.
just a matter of seconds, the entire city was ransacked. We don't know what it was.
Is everything?
Evil ghosts.
Is everything all right?
As far as we know, nobody was hurt.
Okay.
Not yet.
We
No
need
one
to speak. We need to
cares.
speak to
Okay,
His
that's fine.
Majesty.
Of course. Yes, please. Come. And he just leaves it unattended as he like leads you guys in.
Was the armory ransacked?
Um, I don't know. I haven't been there to check.
Thank God.
My heart is pounding.
he takes you guys down the hall. You see where
Are we
the
the
hole that
baddies?
you milled, the hole that you went through is like patched up, kind of. And there's like the pictures back hanging on it. It was there before. The guards are all just kind of like. There's a few in the halls trying to decide if they need to go out. Like, are they supposed to be guarding the king? Are they supposed to be out helping the people? There's some arguing. They all have the same garb on, but you can almost tell the higher ranks because they all wear like a covering over their face, like a cloth garb, and they wear a helmet, so you really only can see their eyes. It's kind of a stay anonymous and nobody will know who you are to hurt your family sort of thing. But you can tell the higher ranks because they wear a red cloth instead. And one of them seems to be ordering some of the other ones around. You pass by them straight to the throne room, where you see King Darius is sitting on the throne, and he's got his hand in his head in his hand like this. And there is a very panicked-looking older man who is pacing back and forth on one end of the room. Rind is almost exasperatedly leaning against the opposite wall. The advisor still sitting where he was before. He's whispering to the king, trying to calm him down, apparently. And there is a man in a tricorn hat who is dressed almost like a royal admiral. And he is pointing and yelling when you walk in. And so as soon as the door swings open, you hear, and I need to know who's going to be paying for the ship that...
Forgive our intrusion, Your Majesty. We rescued the.
Oh my God! You hear the old man runs over and he comes straight to the girl and holds her head in his hand.
She's a bit worse for wear.
Is she alive?
Yes, she's alive. We made sure. It was touch and go, but she's okay.
Thank God. I owe you all everything. Everything I have.
It's quite alright. It's quite alright. It was.
I'm listening.
Ink. Yeah, I believe you've caught the perpetrator there.
They all just kind of stare at the body in disgust.
I mean, the identification might be a little bit hard because I kind of broke his face, but
The hat is enough.
He was.
Darius sort of steps down. I would like to know much anyway. Wasn't that funny?
He was
I found him
trying.
hilarious.
He was trying to some sort of ritual. When I went to attend to her, he confronted me about interrupting magics in which Ink had put into his life. She was on death's door. Had we arrived moments later, she might not be dead.
Thank you.
Yes. There seems to be pressing matters.
Why did I see my great-grandfather?
Hallucinations?
No.
What's your great grandfather's name?
We're not allowed to say it.
Voldemort.
Number 4. As many people know him better.
It's not Landon, is it?
You just said number 4.
No, that was my father.
We found some notes suggesting just as much.
Well, while we're in the tower, we look for the girl. And we open up a door, thinking the girl's behind it, because it's big and golden, like, it looks like a boss room. It looks like a boss. And then there was, like, ghosts. And then they went, woo! And then people scream.
And the Admiral looks over. Who are these imbeciles?
I'm Ink. Rick?
It would, sir, Your Highness, it would seem that the 5 have been released.
I see.
And based on the notes we found, they would be working for Kronos. This has become an issue for the Time Watch.
For who?
That was Judd's fuck up. Corbin's smarter than that. There would be an issue for the land.
Yeah, something
I see.
in that note said that number 4 had put some sort of spell on that tower to conceal him and his brothers. And something happened while we were in there, and now they're out. And
If
he
we
said
made
that
it
he
out-
may be working for Kronos at this point, even after life.
If we
So
may be
these
allowed to talk
ghosts-
privately.
So I see no problem with this then. So Kronos has more reinforcements, yes.
Pretty much.
Well, the worry,
Wonderful occurrence.
the worry then is how they might interfere with the Titans, because even in Undeath, they could pose some sort of could pose an issue for his his bureaucracy.
Of course.
I mean, the only issue that I see is that, even if they're with Kronos, I mean, they did kind of, mess with some of the people here.
Yes, that is an issue.
Nobody's hurt, but, like, the
Perhaps it was pent up energy.
the ransacking and everything not cool.
The worry then is that from that that they will continue sort of a reign of terror upon his.
I guess that is to
dominion.
be seen.
Yes.
One step at a time.
Could we be allowed to speak privately? Anderson?
Yes, please let me finish up my discussion now with the Admiral. You're welcome to stay. It is simply about a ship of his.
You're the ship guy.
And you are.
I just said my name.
Say it again, I don't tend to remember things.
Anemia.
Corbin.
Nice to meet you, Corbin. How cute.
How do you know that name now? This is Ink. My name is Corbin.
You
Ink.
are. What?
You look very familiar. Ink.
I've never seen you in my life.
Give him a history check.
Shit.
Whoa.
Hopefully we don't have to see too much of each other.
Well, somebody said you'd be our chauffeur, so...
We'll see about that. Now, I'm going to need immediate payment for my ship that was docked in Blackwater. I'm not sure what hit it,
Probably cannonball.
but obviously the Royal Navy cannot operate with half a ship.
Why not?
We will discuss this. We can make it happen. It's not a big deal. Find your contractor, and I will pay the bill. Please, I have to talk to these people. They have just done a great favor for me. Of course. Yeah. Expect the bill within 3 days. Turns, and the coat almost hits you in the face as it turns, and he walks off.
Can you deflect projectile?
Yeah, I have to like projectile now.
No, it doesn't hit you. It's very close. And you hear his boots all the way out the door.
What a subtle spell, Mold Earth, just a tile just right in front of him so he trips.
It was subtle spell, so they can't catch that.
No. What does the dexterity say?
If it's my spell DC, it's gonna be 13.
Okay. He hits it, boom, lands on his face, stands up, turns, looks at the tile.
I'll leave it there.
I am a patient man.
Very clumsy tea.
But
Good
that
for me.
tile was not like that a moment ago. Now, which one of you did that?
It has
be
always
more
been like
careful.
that. Blame it on the girl.
It was me. I suddenly have magical powers.
That could have been one of those ghosts running around.
Please forgive my friends. They're not of noble blood, but they do mean well.
on, man.
That I'm afraid is as you saw coming in here. There was something of an incursion as far as some sort of troublesome mage. You saw the hole by the painting and the entranceway. The castle is the foundations were shifted to some degree. It was all tomfoolery, but we're not sure by who. But please rest assured, it was my companions are too.
Make either diplomacy or deception, whichever one you would rather.
Is diplomacy a thing that exists?
It is. No, it's
Persuasion?
persuasion now.
It's just give me a persuasion or persuasion.
It's basically persuasion or deception, whether you want to say that you saw it be like the tile shoot up or not.
Okay. That's an 8.
An 8. The tile was not like that a moment ago. And you know from experience, he is not a patient man by any means at all. And he has been known to shoot people just dead for walking on his boots. So, we're going to play a game. And he pulls out a gun.
Right here, bitch.
Ainsley, you do not need to do this. This is not worth
we
it.
play
This
games
is
with ranges,
pathetic.
I'm
Come on.
I'm
Stupid.
I'm like
There's
Gravis.
no reason to do this right now.
You're gonna shoot me over a stinking little rock.
I don't like this one. He points it at you.
I'm gonna attack him as well.
Does a 28 hit your AC?
Oh, absolutely.
You're not gonna attack him now.
I'm
You are? This dude is swinging 28s.
You take 19 points of piercing damage.
I go unconscious.
Alright. As it blasts a hole through his shoulder. Were you attacking him as
yeah,
well?
I'm attacking him. 'Cause
Okay.
he just attacked us.
Alright, go for it.
Oh, 2 daggers. 'Cause I don't have my bow out. 17 and 12.
Neither hits.
Oh, what a shame.
As he turns, watches both of them go over his head.
How many witnesses are here? Other than the ones that are like time watching.
I'm not.
There's the councilman as well. And then there's the guard who let you all in.
Yes, we are outnumbered.
That's not the problem.
I thought Ren was here.
She is.
She's in the time watch.
Yeah, she's on the other side of the wall, and she looks like she is like lost on whether to intervene or not.
I was trying to de-escalate, but go ahead, Kyra.
Oh, no, he
Words.
escalated it.
No.
What do you mean he shot you?
He needs a punching bag.
Don't get me wrong. It's his fault.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah.
Alright,
I mean,
Short for a shot.
Kyra looks after his friends.
does a 21 hit your AC?
I just wanted to fuck with him.
Alright.
and I had your back. I literally took a bullet for you, quite literally.
So as he steps forward, pulls out, looks like a rapier, and you take 9 points of slashing damage, and then another 17 points of sneak attack. as he runs forward, pulls, goes through your stomach, comes out the other side. Have you dropped? Alright, he makes the second attack then. With
I'm
a
gonna spit blood on him.
19 to hit.
Yeah, that one hit. I'm out.
Okay, you fall unconscious as well. So he runs it a second time, drops it, shakes it off. Good day. He turns and just walks out.
Don't trip on your way out.
I will try my best.
I think about casting something, but I just go straight to healing the other two.
Okay.
I mean, I can only stabilize them. Atris, can I get a hand up? I'm out of healing supplies.
I'm holding a little girl.
I think you've had to hand it over to the father, I assume, by this point.
Little old man, can he carry her? Yeah.
It's a little iffy, to be honest with you. To be honest, it's a little iffy.
I'll take the girl. Can you heal them? I don't have any supplies left.
Also,
you
that's a
hold
good.
Yes, I've held her already.
He has already, yes. He can hold her. But you guys can get them up. It's no problem.
How old is she? Is that
She looks maybe 13.
I'm just taking a good right
It's
there
not gonna be
pocket.
a problem for her.
No, not at
Right.
well, for
Good old.
It's like
I'm max
the
heal.
age thing here has worked
I
very
think I
strangely in the
survived
sense
the
that
26
he was
days.
already old when it hit,
Mhm.
but his daughter was born later than that.
I jump up and I go, to all outsiders, that was a gun. And then I pass back out.
Yeah, this is really the first time you guys have watched it up close fire on somebody. And it is a little terrifying because it basically explodes. It's like a wand that explodes at people.
Magic.
I probably encountered
Cool.
a gun or two here. and
You
there.
have.
Yeah.
You would
You
know.
did Blackwater.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
you've
you
definitely
have.
seen guns before. And you have probably seen him before, but not much. You would have assumed he was some sort of captain of some kind.
I'm sitting laying on the floor.
knowing sort of my way around the noble courts a little bit. Does this seem like an incursion that would come back to bite us in the ass later? Or
Most
just-
likely, yes.
Most likely, like he's gonna report it, and we are now like traitory kind of thing, or like how does this kind of thing usually?
Well, any sort of act of aggression towards a general is generally considered treason. So he is the Grand Admiral for the Royal Navy.
The Grand Admiral. I
Yes.
see.
So
The Royal
he
Navy.
is the head of the Royal
With
Navy.
one boat.
No,
Well,
he can only operate he can't operate a navy with half a boat.
Not even one boat.
That's what I'm saying. He only has one boat.
No, he has lots of boats, but he can't operate with half a boat.
Get a new boat.
So should we? I'm just gonna look to the king like.
Gonna fucking kill him.
I don't know. I have bigger issues to deal with at the moment. I appreciate all that you've done. And he goes and sits back down on the throne. You all have a house. Brenda can show it to you. Please. We'll talk more about the armor you wanted and everything tomorrow. Please go home, please.
I'm like.
Rind walks towards the door.
I'm
and
getting
just,
the
holds it open.
I'm gonna help the girl to her dad because if he can't carry her, I'm gonna get the guard over or something.
Yeah, the guard comes over to help hold her.
Make sure, just I'm giving her advice. Make sure to keep her head elevated. Make sure that she doesn't. If she wakes up, make sure you get some food in her. I don't know how long she's been unconscious for. Just a bunch of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he doesn't care what's happened. He is so grateful. He's just he offers to hug you. He's
I give him a hug.
Thank you all so much. You don't know what this means to me. You've done a great favor.
Please find me tomorrow. I want to do. I'm a doctor, so I'd like to do a checkup on her. Just to
Of
make
course,
sure
yes.
Yes, it does.
And Rind is at the door.
Oh yes, sorry. Come on.
so as soon as we get into the hallway, I grab Cam by the scruff.
Okay.
I'm gonna bow as deeply as I can to the king
All
before
right.
we leave. Just like, oh god.
All right.
Listen here. Next
it out.
time you want to piss off that guy, you take your own bullet.
Thanks for that, by the way. It was funny, right? A little bit.
No.
No.
And I keep walking.
All right. Rind takes the lead and walks you all out. and as soon as you guys like hit the street when nobody's around, she turns around too. Are you fucking serious?
A little bit, yeah.
What the hell was that?
Pretty standard, I guess.
You are doing great. You are on top of the world. You all came back in with that little girl, and then all of a sudden, there's a firefight in the castle.
I know, right?
A prank gone wrong?
I tried.
Some prank.
He short fist.
Some prank. He did. Why'd that tile come up and hit his foot?
The earthquake.
There was no earthquake.
What do you know? You weren't there.
I
Good
have-
boy.
I have magic and I don't like that guy.
Could have been the ghost.
I hate how funny Cairo is. I want to not be happy about what he just said.
Personalized earthquakes.
You all have a house. I'll show it to you, and then I am going to make sure that my friends are okay. I've been waiting for you at that castle for 2 freaking days. What took you all so long?
Zombies and traps.
No, that's disgusting.
Yeah. I got a squid.
Oh, that's right.
That's even more disgusting.
How much-
That is a dark mantle.
It
And lots of
tastes,
fish.
it tastes fine.
Where did you find all these fish?
You don't want to know.
Weirdly, the Dark Mantle is a more like PC story, story than the other one.
She walks you guys down the road to kind of the middle class neighborhood, and to a house that has 2 stories. It looks well made, but it looks kind of old, and swings open a door. Home sweet home. There are 4 bedrooms in here, so some of you will have to share. The living area is large. There is a cooking and meal prep area, and there is an outhouse in the back that has a water pump for a shower. Congratulations. 5-star accommodations.
Ren, when you have a moment to go away.
It's better than a soft boat.
How many words?
It's better than Castle
That's
Floor.
not a very practical question.
Rin, when you have a moment, drinks.
No.
I want to I'll let, I guess, kind of, I talk a lot,
Okay.
so whenever there's a chance for this.
Right. Where you guys have a house now, so you guys can pick your rooms as you'd like to. There are 5 bedrooms, so there are. Did I say 5 or 4?
4.
Oh, it's supposed to be 5. I'm sorry,
Oh.
because there's 3 on the bottom and 2 on the top, and then there's also like a common area up top that you could probably convert if you wanted to. None of the rooms are large. It's not like what you would expect with a modern house, where it's enough for like, oh, we got our bed, our nightstand, our computer desk. It's really more like bedstand, and maybe a little rack for some clothes. So it's kind of tight, but they are your own rooms. They're your own living spaces. There's 5 of them, and then the common area up top, and then the common area downstairs. So you guys can pick however you would like to.
I'll take off all my destroyed, beaten, smushed armor on this trip, and then just go shower and clean up.
Okay.
I want a room on the top floor for sure.
Okay.
I don't know that you get a room on the top floor after what you just pulled.
Britton
He
goes,
gets a
where
room.
am I staying?
Oh, fuck, I forgot about Britain. Keep
You
forgetting
can stay
about
with me, Britton. We'll share a room.
Are you sure you didn't want to stay with Cam?
Fuck him.
No
You-
thanks.
Go ahead. There's like enough room for like one person to have the bed and then one person to have like a mattress, like
Britton.
stuff thing on the floor, and not be too, like 2 of the rooms are big enough that you can pull that kind of thing
I'll
off.
take that.
Britton, take
we'll,
the
we'll take one of the big rooms. I'll take
Okay.
the mattress. We'll take the bed.
Sure.
Britton, take the 5th room. I usually sleep in
No, this is fine.
I-
This
I-
is way better than I stayed at on the
I-
ship.
No, but I'm
This
sure,
is great.
I'm sure, but I
Mattress is cool. We can do this.
No, I know. I usually conquer
Cool,
it
but
in my
it's already been
workspace
decided.
anyway. I'm going to set something up in the common room, so I usually sleep by my notes anyway. So just please.
I'll stop
There's a
I'm
free
going
room
straight
now.
to a room. I'm going to bed.
Okay, you go straight to a room. Do you even need a
I
room
just
so much?
No,
Like
I don't. I just
you probably just take like the common area
I just
upstairs
go-
and just like shut down up there for a while. Just kind of
sit
like
down,
claim
just-
it as your home. You go straight up to one of them upstairs. Where are you going to?
Is there a room with nobody in it, or do I have to pick a roommate?
Right now,
There's an open
he has a
room
room. Me and
upstairs.
Britton have a room.
There's literally only 3 rooms claimed right now, so there's 2 other rooms still.
Yeah.
I take my own room.
Okay, you take a room. And then you actually can get your own room as well if you wanted to use one for like a lab or a study of any
I'll
kind.
do that then, yes.
Like a magical study of any kind.
If you'd like, that could be the room you conquer at him, and I'll just let you have his bed.
Just take the common area.
Whatever.
Yeah.
He's a robot. He don't
Because
need
I
it.
don't need it.
But Rin
Has
sort of settles.
feelings.
There's like there's very crude furniture in here. Like there is a plain wooden table. There's not like a couch or like a luxury sofa. It is like 3 wooden chairs around this table, and she kind of just sits in one of them.
Corbin leans on a table, the table collapses, the floor breaks, and they fall through that like pit
Into a
area
pit,
that we're in.
a bit of spikes.
It was the
We're
like the
still in
portal
the tower.
room.
You're actually still in the. It's all been an illusion the whole time.
It's all the tower. Always has been.
Always has been.
So, and I assume we're alone at this point.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, people are in rooms, so it's not
Sure,
like
yes.
they could probably hear you if they really tried to. But
I'm
I
sick,
don't
man.
give a shit.
So, what happened in the king's sort of court there? That's bad. I don't have to be local to understand that that's bad. What do you suppose we do about the outcome?
I would say a good start would be either a very, very nicely written ledger, and maybe a gift of apology. Maybe try and come up with a misunderstanding sort of statement. Something along those lines, because he is one of the last people you want to hate you, especially given the nature of 2 of your party members.
Oh yes, I've gathered that quite.
They're both from Blackwater.
I'm aware. Yes, I'm aware. And I'm sorry. I would like to, on behalf of the group, apologize for what trouble this will cause you and your friends.
It won't
We-
cause me a bit.
Well,
I did not intervene for that reason because I have to remain undercover.
within the king, it will cause even the slightest bit of trouble for him. Any amount, even the stress it's causing you now. Regardless, we will see that this is taken care of to the best of our ability. As far as the letter, I don't.
Can none of you write?
I don't suppose that ink can. Would it? I'll figure something out. Don't worry about it. But what? I did what I could.
I appreciate you attempting to de-escalate the situation. Unfortunately, he is not a man to be taken lightly.
Nor was I attempting to. We
Is there like a banister to where I can?
From the top, yeah, you can look over.
I lean over.
We will.
I heard you talking shit.
I have not talked a bit of shit.
I was talking about prisoner.
My name is Corbin. We've discussed this, and also I wasn't talking shit.
You said I can't write.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I've never had a situation.
Can you write, Ink?
I'm pretty sure he can't.
No.
Okay.
Alright. So,
But gift. He said something about getting our ship fixed.
Yes.
Get in contact with Shrimpy in Blackwater. He owes me something. Get that ship fixed. That should help.
So you would like to use your favor to fix the ship? Okay.
that's
And I
actually.
go back to my room.
And then I'm saying this even though he's walking away because I know he can hear me. Just, Ink, that's very mature and very kind of you. Thank you.
I don't know who this is, but I will see what I can do.
I will leave a. If you'd like, I could put a. I could leave that in the letter that we send. That he owes the favor. If you want to check on it, of course. But yes,
We will see about the legitimacy of such favor and see what happens.
I never belonged too well in the noble courts, but this is something I know my way around. I'm certain that I can smooth this over.
Just be ready if he comes to visit you. Please be on your best behavior. I can't guarantee he will, but I can't guarantee he won't either. Just,
We'll be ready.
he is not a member of the Time Watch, and he will never be.
I'm aware.
That man has loyal blood running through his veins. So,
It's a
please.
good thing I'm smarter than Judd, otherwise that would have been like a total flop.
Who's Judd?
We'll never know.
Alright, good night all.
And a good night to you too.
I will be riding through the night. Expect me in a few days. Also, as much as I would like to think that you will all get the items promised you until this is smoothed over, I do not want to say that might be fulfilled. You can talk with the king if you would like, but that was a big flub up. Yes?
We will respond to issues as they come.
Of course. Good night all. She
Safe travel.
closes the door a little more loudly than you would like. She's out. you can all rest.
I do thoroughly.
Right.
With my bullet wound, my stab wounds, and my 3rd-degree burns.
Yeah, it's rough.
Hank, let me take a look at you.
Absolutely not.
We have that it. I'm gonna Goodberry before I go to bed and just like.
Blackberry.
Can I spend like a gold on just like bandages and stuff and just like leave it at Hank's store?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll let you do that.
I just imagine whenever you walk over the banner street, he was like, "Oh, ink can't write. Oh, ink brain no work. Just look up those wizard boy." Walking back to his room, talking to his breath.
Just like that. It was perfect, actually. It was-
Thank you.
God, how is it that me of all people has to clean up our mess? God damn it. Because it was your mess.
Yeah.
It was definitely not.
It was your mess and his mess.
It
And
was
then
his mess.
And then Cairo being a bro made it also his mess is like solidarity.
Nah, it's my problem.
No.
Nah, it's my problem.
Cairo got points. Cam lost points.
I would have helped, but I was holding a girl, so.
Thank you for
It
not
was a-
intervening.
Just
You'd have
drop-
gone down
drop-
Drop her divine smite.
Smite with her.
And
Use
improvise
her as
points
the
of
smite.
divine smite.
More points.
It's kind of like a okay, I respect, but
One
also
step
you
forward,
would dumb
2
it,
steps back.
yeah, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Alright, but you're all, as of this point,
Fuck that guy. He was a dick.
Oh yeah, no.
he's,
Yeah.
he is supposed to be.
He's a dick that took out Cairo in like a turn.
But Ink knows
Oh, I
exactly
see.
who that is, so he knows like the limit to push. Like he loves pushing the line, but will never pass that line. You kind of pass the line.
He sneak attacked me in front of my face.
You definitely passed the line.
Swashbuckler,
Swashbuckler.
Yeah.
Fuck, great tactics.
So you you all rest through the night, uneventful.
I'm gonna start penning the apology letter.
Okay, give me a performance check with advantage because you have time to like look over it and read it.
Can I help him since I'm good
Yes.
with words?
Yeah, if you're good with words,
Or,
absolutely.
or should I do the roll?
If you want him to write it, you
he's
could,
the
too.
writer. Or no, he can write it, but I can say what to write.
Sure, if you want
'Cause my
to.
guy
If you-
Well,
cannot
so
write.
okay, so you can't write. Let's.
right.
I don't know.
Probably
because-
not. 8
What's your bonus?
intelligence.
What's your bonus?
You
to
can probably
performance?
write. It's probably just not very pretty.
Performance is a +3.
Plus
Persuasion and intimidation.
Performance
+5.
is your performance is higher than me, so we'll work together. I write it, but like it's so purple prosy and like
Sure.
over
So
top
you can
English.
assist just to do the over the
Yeah.
topness of it, and you do the actual check with
Yeah,
advantage
advantage.
because again, you guys have time to go. Oh, that wasn't good. Let's start over.
13.
13.
18.
18. It's not bad. It's a very well written letter. It's something that you feel looking at it like, I would feel these people were very sincere.
I can't read a word of this, and I wrote it.
Can you not read?
No.
Oh, because it's so fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's beautiful. It's well done. You all kind of wake up a little bit at a time.
When I do wake up, I'm going to start looking at that like really old tome. Just kind of scrolling through it, looking at the. Does it have
Okay.
runes in it?
Ah, shit, she has my cloak.
It does have some runes in it,
I'm
yes.
just checking those out. See
Okay.
if I can understand.
Can we have gotten his cloak back from the girl?
Nah, bro. She
Probably
wearing-
not because of the quick exit. I'm going to be honest with you. It's probably with her. You could probably go find him and ask for it back later, but
I'm supposed to see him later today anyway. I can get the cloak back right away.
yeah, that's true. You were planning to see him.
You can wait.
So flipping through it, there is a lot of magical runes. Most of them are even beyond what you understand for this kind of thing. There is descriptions of, in common, oddly enough, of the spell that Kronos must have cast on the brothers to make them basically fight
Switch
again in
sides.
death. And but the understanding of it is not. It's like he doesn't even fully understand as he's writing it. It's maybe this happened, maybe this was done. Talking about different cloning type spells where they killed and then brought back, is this actually them? There's discussion of cloning, of necromancy, of different things, and you keep coming across this one like word that's written in like the margins. Well, 2 words. I'm sorry. One of them is Iapetus, and one of them is Necropia.
Necropia is that creepy island thing. In,
Yes, it is
okay.
the floating city.
And Iapetus is, I'm guessing, another one. Somewhere else.
Iapetus is not a city.
What is that? Don't know.
You could ask somebody.
Alright.
You do have 2 locals.
You do have 2 locals.
Oh, those two?
Whenever I wake up, I'm gonna just go buy some things, but I want to be reading Oblivion as well. At
Okay.
least try to figure out the depictions.
At the end, in language that you cannot quite understand, there is a depiction of some sort of massive spell that it reminds you of darkness in the sense that, like, oh yeah, look, it's a big sphere of darkness, but then you see the world is like crumbling around it. Looks like some sort of oblivion spell. But even your understanding of this is this would be an option for somebody to take when they could cast a spell of this level, if they had this book. But as of right now, nobody that you know could cast this spell.
The items and whatnot in it, do any of them seem like feasible? Like, are any of them just like normal components?
Yes, some of them are. Some of them are very normal components. Different herbs and things like that. You feel like, one of them though is seems to be a black pearl, and there is a gold value written next to it, but which is above what any of you have right now. It is 1,500.
I got the minion ball bear.
It is 1,500. But it is some sort of material component. But you believe that the others could be. You don't know a ton about magic except what you cast, but you think maybe a focus of some kind could take the place of most of the others.
Whenever I wake up, I pull out a small wrapped package that I've just been kind of like storing like underneath my coat and busting out my tattooer's kit with the special ink.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going
With
to...
the squid ink?
Yes, the squid ink.
The squink.
Squid. And I'm going to do a shackle around the wrist and then chains that go up the floor.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if it's from evolution where it's actually electric or if it's just poke and stick. But
it is probably poke and stick, to be
I
honest.
would
You could
think
probably get
so.
one that's nicer if you would like, but you'll have to actually go up to that city. Which I'm assuming is something everybody would like to do eventually, because we talked about the
Absolutely
library too.
not. I mean, yes, that sounds exhilarating.
I'll go to
Well, I'll be dead with you
Thanks,
at
Drew.
that point anyway.
Do what?
I'll go to Ink's
Okay,
room.
you go into
I'll
Ink's room.
Apidus room and just knock on the door. Big.
What you want?
Have you ever heard of Apidus?
History check?
Iapetus?
Yeah.
Iapetus is one of the Titans.
Oh, that's right.
It's one of the boss boys. The Titanic captains or something like that.
Ah. Well, thank you.
He's the man that's in the sock bed. Call that.
Speaking of the bed, is the little girl in her bed in her room?
We didn't bring the girl
We
with
didn't
us.
bring her with you.
No, I'm saying in her room in the castle.
Why would you know that?
Who the hell? I'm just saying, is she? Because then I walk in there, I just go to the lever and just.
Oh my god.
Life, death.
This is our charisma character.
She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. She loves me not.
Well, okay, so that's a charisma character, and the guy that almost got Ink killed in a duel for his own honor
Okay.
is our other charisma character.
Okay. Back it up. Ink doesn't need any help getting himself killed. Thank you.
Exactly.
Ah,
I want to flip through my,
yeah.
what did I name
Are we just free to do whatever now?
Yeah, you guys can pretty much do whatever you'd like to here. You guys actually have a day off, essentially.
it?
I want to go to.
On a Kraken today before
For which one?
the blood tone.
I want to go to, I guess, the nearest bounty board and just see if there's any small things I can do for extra golden cash.
Okay, sure, you go and take a look. There is a lot of posters, like just an ungodly amount for missing slaves. Like, just a disgusting amount.
Anything other than that?
No, none of these look familiar.
Are we any of these posters?
No, you are not. None of you are in any of the posters. Not in this city.
Yeah, I know. I take the bandages that Corbin left for me, and I use them to wrap up my new tattoo instead of my actual wounds.
Okay.
As long as something's being kept.
But in fairness, by the way, you're not sure if just telling somebody that, hey, tell Shrimpy to use this favor is going to work, as opposed to you actually being there.
I mean, it's fucking better. Otherwise, Shrimpy's gonna be losing a finger when I meet him. Or two. Or two. Probably teeth. Teeth. Multiple teeth. Multiple teeth.
I mean,
So-
regardless, if the admiral's coming to you being like, "Do me a favor," then it's like you're probably going to give the favor away to him anyway.
Possibly, yeah.
Well, I figured it wasn't the admiral going to see him. It was probably Red. I was probably going to see him and getting it taken care of.
You do learn one more spell from your book.
Okay.
Do you want me to just say it out loud, or do you?
You can send it to me.
Okay, it's up to you. I mean,
You can send it later, obviously. But
it's not a huge deal. I mean, I figure everybody doesn't care too much.
I'm gonna also, I guess, mail the. I don't know how I'd do that.
You can just literally take it to the castle and they could get it to him.
Okay, I'll do that when I go to check up on the girl.
Okay.
Which is now, I guess.
All right. All right. So you head back to the castle. Is anybody going with him?
I would
I'm
also
doing
like
what
to
I
hit some
sent you.
castle.
As I'm leaving, I'm gonna give 5 gold to Kairos.
How much gold do you have?
26%.
This time.
I'll help with him.
I want to give 5 to you. Like, could you? You're on shopping, right?
Yeah, he's going
could
shopping.
you grab me another set of healing spells? Thank you.
You can probably find the components to make with if you were going to spend all of it, probably about 10.
I only need
No.
about 2.
About 2. It's still really pricey. So let's mark off about 6 gold.
I will also hand Cairo the remaining 8 silver and tell him to stock the shelves.
Okay. You can go get some alcohol for 8 with the 8 silver that he has.
Sure thing, then. I'm gonna just go buy some empty bottles and flip them.
Okay. How many of them are you buying? 8 silvers worth of empty bottles? You come back with just like a bag full of empty bottles
I start filling them.
Yeah.
with. Oh, from your
It's
pot.
hard liquor. Fuck yeah.
Makes sense. You do feel like after some time it deteriorates a little faster than liquor, but it probably won't last long with him anyways. So, so it works.
I'll go to the tavern and just try and find a job as like a busboy for the day.
Okay.
Help him out. I'm gonna be the bulkiest busboy.
Fucking
Most of the taverns seem to be very, very limited amount of people coming in right now, and they're not really looking for work. Some of those slave pickups though,
Yeah,
like they pay some money.
I'm on the hunt for some slaves, then I guess.
You don't even know where you would start with these.
Absolutely
You just
not.
kind of grab one. You grab one. It is yes.
I was gonna say, would it be metagaming to say that, like, at some point I've caught up to Atris and the bounty board?
Sure, you could have gone to any of them. So yeah, absolutely. You go over there.
Yeah.
You don't see anybody you recognize.
Okay.
You grab a picture.
Mhm.
It looks like it is a human male, very thick beard, eyes look terrified. It's a drawing, but it's a pretty good one overall, and curly hair. His name is Amon Lamora. And it gives like return to Blackwater Trade Center.
Blackwater, so far away.
Not really.
Not too bad. You can get there in about 3.5 days journey, 4 days. I mean, it's long, but it's not terribly long out of, combat and everything else with time going on when you guys aren't on a time crunch. The reward is 50 gold. Alive. 10 gold dead. Alright.
Oh, Cairo, I also want to give you that potion of minor invisibility, just because you're the items guy.
Okay. You go to the castle. They let you in. You go down the hall. And they take you into a room off to the side that you didn't go into before. And it's almost like a little cozy study area. But it looks like they kind of made it into a makeshift like hospital recovery room.
Yeah.
There's a cot in the middle of the room. A fire is going. And the girl is laying in the bed.
She awake.
Yes, she is conscious.
Hello, I don't mean to intrude. My name is Corbin Pallet. I was one of the gentlemen that rescued you yesterday.
She dead?
I appreciate everything you've done.
Of course. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about how you got into your predicament?
No, go ahead.
Alright, I'm going to take a seat. I assume it's like a chair. But
Yeah, you can pull up another one. Her father is also next to her on the bed.
Oh, firstly, how are you feeling? Are you,
My head is killing me.
Alright.
My back's sore.
Alright.
Could be worse. I'm alive.
That's true. That's
Seem
true.
to have full functionality of everything.
I'm gonna give her just like the medical, like the medics once over.
Yeah, everything seems functioning. She definitely looks like she's been through a lot, a little shell shocked. But
So tell me, how did you find yourself there? Were you taken while you were sleeping? Did you go
yes,
there willingly?
I was asleep.
You were asleep.
I heard something move under my bed. I didn't know what it was. There was a sound of footsteps and creaking.
Jingling.
Creature, man, came up from under the bed, just contorted in strange ways.
When I saw, I didn't ask last session, but was the guy that the jester, was he undead?
No.
No, he wasn't.
He was not. He had done his best to paint himself that way, though.
I see.
Yes, it was the court jester. If you haven't heard, he was attempting some sort of ritual to stop
He
you.
dragged me downstairs through this door. I didn't even know it existed.
Yes, we found it when we
He
were
snuck me out the hall. I only remember that I was frozen. I couldn't move. I was under some sort of spell.
Spell, possibly magical
Paralysis,
potion.
yes. He grabbed a skull from down in the basement, very big, bigger than any skull I'd ever seen.
Yes.
He carried it under his arm and he waited on the guards to shift and then swept me out. He took me to this shack on the outskirts of town and he drew these runes on the ground. There was a flash and next thing you know I was on a stone altar. It's terrifying.
So we actually had to do a lot of fighting to get up to where you were. So he just teleported you straight
Yes.
from one to the other.
Apparently.
Oh my. How long were you there? It took us a
Oh,
lot.
it felt like days,
It took
weeks, I don't know. It was so long.
This was you on the altar. Or are you going to the shack?
Oh God. On the altar, almost all of it.
Oh my. Again, my condolences.
It was mostly waking up, being knocked back out. I don't know what he was trying to do.
I'm not sure either, unfortunately.
Summon a demon.
Perhaps. Well, the runes were necromantic in nature, so it might have had something to do with life draining or the undead. Regardless, it is my speciality, so you are perfectly safe from it now. That being said,
What was he doing to me?
we're not sure.
Please, find out what he did to me.
That's partly why I'm here. Don't worry. You'll be fine. But did you notice anything about the lantern he was holding? I noticed it was slightly magical.
The
but not-
skull?
Yes.
No, he kept using it in the ritual. I don't know what it was.
Interesting.
He kept using this word. I'm going to give her a history check to see if she can remember. Armant, something along those lines.
Would you have any Armands in
No.
not history? Okay.
No. No deja vu to that one.
Armand,
No.
you said?
Armant, something along those lines.
Does that mean anything to Corbin?
Not magically, no.
Not
It sounds like a
magically.
name.
A name. I mean, I do speak Abyssal.
Yeah, it is definitely a demonic name
Okay.
of some kind, but you don't know its origin. It's not one that you're familiar with historically.
Of course. There is some truth to what you were saying about the demonic ritual. Not that I had any doubts in you.
Hey, prisoner. You ever been to Freedom?
I don't. You
You definitely have not.
You know what I no, I haven't.
There, people talk about like this magic, like voodoo shit, and a lot of their spells have to do with like inflicting pain on themselves.
I see.
Could it be like the other way around that he was trying to do? Like, you know,
How do you mean? Sort of hurting
well,
someone.
instead of inflicting pain on himself, he was inflicting pain on somebody else. Like open up a big portal and like demon.
There are plenty of rituals that do require sacrifice. Yes, that is quite possible. And
Well-
they do tend to lean towards demonic.
I don't think it was sacrifice, because if it was sacrifice, you are dead.
Well, she was very close to death, and the rituals aren't.
If you're
complete.
if you're trying to kill somebody, you don't stab him in the back; you slit the throat.
Sure, I believe I believe this
She
is,
just looks like she's gonna throw up.
I assume we're like having this like kind of.
Yeah,
this is,
oh my
it's,
God.
I've cordoned this off. I've cordoned
You
it.
kind of like push Ink towards
I've
the
had
back
like
of the wall.
bed like doctor closed the curtain. Like,
Yeah.
bedside manner, but like yeah. So yes. So what?
I'm sorry, I hate to interrupt, but before I let it get too far out, you do see his cloak leaning on, like laying on the back of one of the chairs.
Yes.
So
Wait.
just so you know, it is there. It is recoverable.
I put it on.
Okay.
Nice. We're going to
Mysterious?
as mysterious as our friend Kylo. He's a pretty enigmatic guy. Yes.
Alright, I take it off before a crossbow bolt just appears out
Oh,
of nowhere
okay,
and hits me.
Continue what you were saying. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Mom
So,
knows.
actually, I want to think. The kind of magic he was doing? Have I read anything about something like that? Sort of that. I mean, not that spell specifically, but like.
Just with that knowledge, this definitely did seem to be some sort of summoning, but Ink actually has a great point that the torture method is unusual for any sort of sacrifice involving normal summoning. Usually it is you do your ritual first while you keep the person chained up, and then when it comes time for that point in the ritual, you slit their throat, and then you summon it.
Very suited,
Any
yes.
sort of torture thing implies that either this was not a true demon, this was some sort of either just a demonic presence, maybe it was an attempt to possess her. Sometimes you will weaken the person you're trying to possess to the point to allow their spirit to enter them. So maybe it is some sort of incorporeal demon that's not able to actually manifest itself in the real world. All these weird complications that could potentially lead to this.
In that case, do we know that didn't happen?
From what you're able to tell now, it didn't happen.
Basically, you're not familiar with sugar daddy magic.
Shagging.
Excuse me.
Oh my god.
I am a noble wizard. It's only sugar daddy magic for me. Yes, everything should be fine.
Look me in the eyes.
I'm going to let this happen, I guess.
Okay, she looks you in the eyes.
Do like
It's a girl.
any like demons behind there?
Doesn't seem to be.
She's clean.
She vomits a fish.
Damn it! You spear the fish.
For
That's
Ink,
good
it's-
eating.
For Ink, that's more of a blessing.
Bless it.
A good omen.
I would.
No, our Jintum there.
I will. I'm speaking to father now. I would like to. In a week or two's time, I would like to just make some checkups just to make sure everything's
Of
progressing
course.
fine.
Do you? What was she speaking of? Who is Armand?
I'm not myself aware, but I am sort of a newcomer to town. Mostly I deal in specifically demons relating to the demon Lord Orcus. So there's a lot of demons, a lot of different names, but I have sources. I'll get to the bottom of it. Regardless,
Orcs are demons?
Orcus. It's very close. I understand. It's frustrating because actually.
I don't know who you are or where you came from, but I am so grateful you were here. Please
course,
take
of course.
take this. And he tries to hand you like a bag of money, just kind of like under the.
Thank you. I'll see that this goes to the gentleman that helped. I couldn't have done it myself personally. Yes, I would like to make sure everything's fine. Nothing. The ritual didn't go off, but I want to make sure that there's no lingering effects.
Yes.
Anything that does show up, we can address. It needs to happen for us.
Of
to know
course.
it's
Yes.
there.
Yes.
What is both of your names, by the way?
Her name is Ataria. And my name is. Gosh, I have to pull this up. I was not ready for that for some reason, even though I should have been.
Man.
My name
I
is.
know you caught me off guard on it.
She's Ataria and he's Nintendus.
Yeah.
Greg.
Sonia.
Salik.
That's close.
Dion.
No.
Salik Dionk.
Salik Theodus. Salik Dion.
The Salik Dionk. Alright, of course. We will leave you to it right now. If there's anything else you need, please don't hesitate to come find us. Or mention it to the king. We plan to be doing some work for him in the future. So, and if you find anything else about the lantern she was referring to, I'm just gonna. I guess.
The what? The lantern.
Oh, I show him
I not to her because I don't figure out, but like I have one of like the skulls there. I just like, yes, this is one of the items that was used in the ritual. If there's anything that you can tell me about this specifically,
I don't know anything about that. That looks terrifying.
it's just a piece of antiquity. Like the wood of an old ruin, of course, it's structure. However, if you find anything else about it, there is some lingering magical residue, not a magical effect innate to itself, but regardless, let me know if you find anything.
Okay, of course.
Most importantly, rest up, get reacquainted with the person. Please, have
Thank
one,
you again.
Have
Thank
a
you.
wonderful day.
Thank you.
How much
Welcome.
gold? How much gold did we get?
25.
25.
It's not a lot, but it's a pretty
That's
good sum.
Pretty solid summon.
6. We'll figure that out later.
Technically, you and Ink are the only two that saw that being handed off, so.
No,
do it
spoils
anyone-
goes to the crew.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But I mean, however you need to divvy it up is what I'm saying.
Hey,
Alright, what are the rest of you doing?
I'm making this.
Give me a, do you have any sort of tools that you're proficient with?
Woodworkers.
Woodworkers, okay.
At 12.
12. It takes you some time to make 2 screaming arrows.
screaming arrows.
Mhm.
Arrows that yell at you.
Hell
Yeah, they're very condescending the whole time you're using
I just
them.
imagine their Nerf darts. Just.
Pretty
You're
much.
What are
doing
you
a
doing
great
at this?
job!
Well, with my absolutely destroyed and crumpled armor, I'm gonna go grab 2 bottled drinks with a top still on. I'm gonna go see the king.
Okay. You, as you guys are walking out, you pass Atlas
Actually,
walking in.
I
Yes.
had some other business to take care of.
With the king as well?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you want to walk with Atris then?
Sure.
Okay, you walk in with Atris as
Hold
well.
on. You go home, prisoner. I'll be back.
Alright, it's Corbin.
Remembers his name only when needed. Alright, you guys walk into the king. He is sitting discussing with the his advisor, and there's one guard in the room with him as well. It seems like normally they kind of leave him to do his thing, but ever since the whole town being ransacked, somebody is staying in there with him all the time. Come on in.
What's up?
Not much. Can I help you, boys?
Atris, you go first.
Hello, King Darius. I
Hello.
want to apologize for yesterday. With a drink.
Yeah, yes, I understand completely.
Hand him out a drink, pull out the magical bottle opener, just dink, real satisfyingly.
It's a very nice pop.
Oh, yes.
When did you get that?
You'll like this one.
He really can't resist with the nice pop. He looks at the council member who comes up. He seems to cast a spell on it and nods his head over to him. Then he takes the bottle from you.
I mean, if you needed a taste tester, I would have, like...
Just another night.
Oh, yes.
Alright.
I wanted to have a drink, say we're sorry.
It is much appreciated, but I'm not the one you need to be apologizing to.
We are aware. We have worked,
Very good.
made a letter, we've already sent a letter.
Actually, I gave it to you, but can we correct on that?
Yeah, because you said you to give it to the king.
Oh, yes. We have a letter for him to apologize. I believe most of us have signed it. Well, the smart ones signed it for all of us.
Of course.
Hey!
You know what I'm talking about. Here,
I will
play
make
with
sure
this.
this gets to Admiral Hensley.
Thank you.
I appreciate the effort you've done.
Also, if Shrimpy gives Rin any kind of problems, tell her to break his fingers.
Rin has already left for Blackwater.
That-
She said she had business to take care of.
That is the
Yep,
other thing.
that
We
is
have
the business.
our friend Inkir, for some reason, has had a favor of someone in Blackwater, and he's going to use it to get the Admiral's ship fixed together for you, so there will be no payment necessary in a few days' time.
Why do you have a favor from somebody in Blackwater?
That is not something I want to talk about right now. Shut your fucking face.
With that, I know it is a very bad time, but
It's getting even worse as we go. Starts drinking.
after our few days in search of the girl, we've all been beaten and prodded at, and as you can see, we're kind of low on materials. I'm just gonna, a piece of my armor just probably fucking falls off by this point.
Your arm falls off, just also.
the whole arm. Whole arm just collapses. Awful.
Just
Especially-
performance, just fake cut it on my some magic trick. But We are in need of new equipment if we have to continue helping.
He wants his
will-
armor.
If necessary, we could start with something
I will
small,
send
but
a
anything
blacksmith
will help.
to come measure you. I will work on armor. Please tell him what sort of specifications you would like. Nothing magical, nothing super special, but a nice set of armor it can be.
That is fair. If there's anything else you could spare for the rest of our party, we'd much appreciate it. Does anybody else even wear armor? Or anything?
I'm planning on running half
Skill
plate.
armor.
I
I
hate when I have,
literally
like,
only have like a vest on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all-
that's bare chest.
all we need is armor for our party. I believe it is just the three of us, so we'll need
Wait.
a set of half plate
He,
and a set of half plate. You have plate too?
Yes, but
Yeah.
it has to. He has to spend time basically merging it with himself. I believe, right? Something like that.
Yeah, it is like a, I mean, it doesn't say anywhere.
I think it's something like you.
It
Yeah,
does.
and also,
you-
but also
he-
he's a barbarian.
Yeah.
So which
Oh yeah,
one?
are you wearing armor though, or are you doing the con dex thing? Or are you
Whichever
wearing
one's
armor
higher.
for now until it gets higher to do the other option?
I think I'm.
Because both are valid. That's something a lot.
Yeah,
of
I'm
people
not
do.
wearing any armor. It's
Okay.
Just con and death.
So you're unarmed. Yeah, good call.
I mean, it might be better off if you didn't armor.
Usually, yeah. Sometimes early levels it's nicer to do the other one and then switch when your dex gets high enough, but or
It'd be-
con gets high
It
enough,
would be
whatever.
it'd be higher than it is now if I had half plate.
All right.
With that, I'm gonna bow and then leave Ink with whatever he had talking about. Yes?
Take Kyra's cloak.
Oh, of course. Take the cloak.
I think you should have gone there.
Yeah, probably.
All right, you turn, leave.
Don't trip on the way out because I'm a fucking loser.
Okay, you don't trip. You pass by the guard on the way out, kind of like nods to you.
Cam tries, but you're just too good for it.
Yeah. He starts to far away. He's like,
Yes,
someone's in the spot.
How's it going, King Dunks a lot? Who's the who's the advisor dude?
The same one who's been here since the beginning.
Is he like cool, like like
He's very cool.
quiet information, stuff like that?
He kind of like, you see his eyes go over to the guard in the back. We're under a very strict protective watch nowadays, but he seems
I mean,
pretty
yeah,
cool.
with like all like the ghosts and like woo that kind of thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Want to get a drink? Like,
I'm afraid not at this time.
I had one.
we need to have a talk sometime.
Although I'm not exceptionally worried about the things going on in this world, people would find it very suspicious if the king were to go about acting very normal, when I do want them to be very aware that something has gone wrong.
That's very true.
I'd say use it. Use this back.
How about your advisor? Do you like drinks? You like drinks, man?
Yes, I love drinks. Yeah, sure, I'll take a drink. Yeah, can I go get a drink?
Is he good? You think it's a good idea?
Rolls his eyes. Please don't let him drink too much. But yes. And that goes for both of you.
Yeah. We'll make it a date.
Oh, we haven't had one of those in a long time.
Talking with the king.
Oh.
We're still getting drinks though.
Oh, okay.
We're still getting.
Yeah, yes.
I'll see you later, King Dunks a lot. Alright, walk out. Come on, advisor dude! We're getting shit faced at the pub!
He kind of like picks up a walking stick and hurriedly
Yeah.
clunk, 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 clunk behind you.
Roll for impregnation.
What?
Yeah. And if you guys roll the same number, then you gotta roll again and see who's pregnant.
Alright, you guys go to one of the only taverns that's still open.
Is this the con save part?
No, right now it's just you two there.
Yeah, we get drunk.
Okay, he's drinking. He doesn't drink very quickly. It doesn't take very much for him to get a little buzz going on.
So, like, how long have you been working for the king?
Huh?
How long have you been working for the king?
You're going to have to speak up, Sonny. I have a hearing problem.
Yeah. Let's just drink.
Oh. Yes, more drink.
We're just gonna drink the night away
Okay.
until I need to break into the castle.
All right. All right. What is everybody else doing?
After I finish with my arrows, I'm actually gonna go see the king this time.
Okay, you also run to see the
Poor
king.
son of a bitch.
Did I pass by him to give him his cloak?
Yeah, you pass by him about the same time. Hand him the cloak, and he.
I'm going with Cairo.
Okay, now you're in there as well.
It's on.
The door swings open. Oh my god, I've seen all of you.
Well, that's nice.
Can you not all come in at once?
I'm always busy. They're ugly. It's fine.
We're bad at coordinating also.
Please.
Hey, how's it going? So about that favor you're talking about, I just need some tools.
What do you need?
Just some, like smithing tools. Any tools. Alchemy, poison.
Seem to have quite a few of them in your party.
Well, yeah. But
What was that?
Psychic
Psychic
damage.
just because you got tools doesn't mean you can use them.
Vicious mockery? Vicious mockery.
From a distance, we're like,
Everybody
do you
just
want it down?
Ghoul.
Just because the tools doesn't mean they're useful. That's what I kind of need me on. Just, smithing stuff.
Do you know how to use smithing tools?
Oh, I just need them for something.
I will get you some smithing tools.
Excellent. I'm so hungry.
Goodbye. It is crazy how few of you bow when you leave the king's presence.
Oh, right, and I'm like still facing over. Of course, keep going.
I don't come to ask any favors, and I'm knelt.
If this is more apology stuff,
No.
I think we've passed that point.
No. They brought you the letter, right?
Yes, I have a letter. He holds it up.
Wonderful. Well, you passed it off.
Huh?
Right? Continuity. He passed it off already.
Him? No, not yet. He hasn't.
Yes, he handed it to a guy.
The advisor?
Yeah, he was like, the king handed it to somebody else.
No, but she's better right now.
Well, the advisor went out for drinks.
No, it wasn't the advisor. He was like,
He
was
gets
like,
the letter now.
no, he was like,
Oh,
he was
fuck.
like, see that this gets to the admiral.
No, he said, I'll see that this gets to the admiral.
Okay, well, that was.
Regardless,
Yes.
at this point, it is still next to him because
Okay.
the only three in the room were him, the advisor, and the guard at the door.
Reliability is something of an issue these days. I wanted to ask about the nature. I'm trying to get to the bottom of the ritual that your court jester was attempting. He used.
Did you ask him?
He died rather quickly. I was seeing to the young girl. She was very near death.
See.
Yes. I pulled the lantern, or like the skull. It's like he was using this as something of a.
Is this the big one or the little one?
I have the little one. He has the big one. It's something of a fetish for the ritual. I was hoping that maybe you could point me in the direction of somebody who could help me find.
Where
the
did you
source of
find
this.
that?
This was in the hidden room in your castle under the girl's room. You were aware of that, right?
Nobody ever told him.
I feel like he solved a hole in the
The
wall.
guards have informed me of this room, but I didn't realize there were this kind of necromantic things going on in there.
Yes,
That is definitely an arcane focus for a necromancer.
certainly.
Likely that skull belonged to someone once possessed by a demon. If I had to guess. Typically that is the method used for making sure they don't come back.
Nice.
Carve a nice solid hole in their skull, and you chop it off.
I see. Okay, and so that's the
We have lots of artwork on that whole thing.
Oh, I would love to see that in just a moment. But the ritual, the runes were being carved. That were carved into the girl's back were necromantic in nature, and the girl mentioned the name Armon or Armat, a demon's name. I recognize the language, but not the name itself. Do you have any information on that?
No, but that is definitely something you would probably find in a history book, if it is anything relevant to this land.
Is there a library here? Or do I need to?
There is, but you're not looking at much here, to be honest. People here don't thirst for knowledge the same way they do in many of the more progressive cities, like Evolution, and that's going to be your best one, of course. Some of the western cities are a little more progressive as well. Yeah, those of us loyal to Kronos, we like to read, but not that much. He still looks over to that guard that's over there at the door.
Of course. So, do you mind if I take a look at those paintings? I don't want to take any more of your time.
They're through the hall. I'm
All
surprised you haven't all looked at them before.
We've been in something of a hurry lately. You'll please understand. But have a wonderful rest of your evening. And I'm gonna
Thank you.
bow.
Should I expect anyone else?
And I come back
I'm
here.
not-
I'm going to know.
I'm not going to say no.
You passed Britain in the hall. Well, hey!
Grab him by the collar. He's coming with
No,
me.
no, no, no.
No,
the time. Let's not. We both bow and then we leave. Yeah. So the paintings. What am I seeing?
So there are quite a few paintings actually
That man
throughout there.
rolls in.
And a lot of them actually glorify the original 5 rulers, and they are, which is interesting because the king is passing himself off as a loyalist. But just from the display, you think that this is like look how historic these are. These are paint them in a good light, but it's all for history purpose. So one of them that you see is actually just a portrait of the 5. All of them still with their faces covered, and very, very. They're basically in the poses that you saw from the statues, but it is the first 4 of them, with the knight and the ranger at the front, and then the necromancer and the rogue at the other sides, and then to the back is the sorcerer, who now you can see with size comparisons, very tall dude, very, very tall, and he still has the smoke covering his legs, like he might be floating as well.
And there's Britain in the corner.
And you don't know how we got there. Continuity is crazy. There's a few of them fighting battles. One of them does seem to be the battle with the Loyalist army, and it is a depiction of number 2, so the knight, and behind him is an army of soldiers wearing very similar armor with the spiked helmet, and he is fighting an army of drow. And standing above them is a drow with bald head carrying a large black scythe, which just emanates this dark energy. And it is the battle with Iapetus, is how it's described. And he is just this built man with a giant scythe, and again, this just necrotic energy that seems to emanate from it. Going down, there is the battle with the Demon Lord, and there is a fight with them and what looks like this massive bloated man with sunken black eyes carrying a lamp with like a swinging lantern, and he has like a bandana covering his face, just super pale, and he's carrying this giant machete in the other hand, and he's got like a light shining from the lamp, and then the 5 are depicted almost tiny underneath him, like all with weapons drawn, fighting him, and it's the battle with the Demon Lord. And then there's a couple of other battles.
recognize the big demon lord?
No. There's a couple other, not off the top of your head at all. There's a couple other battles, and then none of them seem of great importance. But then one of them is, it's just called The Poisoning, and there's a depiction of what looks like it might be number 3. Number 1, the archer. And he's standing at a table, and there's a lot of elves around him, and he's raising his glass for a toast. And in the corner, there is a man who is clearly a human, but with black hair kind of pulled back in dreadlocks, and he's looking over his shoulder, very trim goatee, and he's pouring a vial of something into a drink. And that's pretty much what you get. It seems that there has been some artistic depictions also of the deaths of them that have kind of painted them in a almost noble light. There's a depiction of the rogue being slain in a dark alley, but it's never the picture of them dying. It's a picture of him running through an alley, being pursued by a man in golden armor, and jumping from the rooftop is a woman in silver armor. That's pretty much what you get.
Alright. Anything relating to the skull that I can immediately parse?
Not immediately, no.
Alright.
But like this, there's the Demon Lord, and you're not sure, but that's the closest you got right now.
Alright.
To anything related. There's no name or anything.
I'll have
That one, oddly enough, though, is right over the hole in the wall where it was.
Okay.
So, if that's relevant at all.
It would seem so. Alright. I'll head on.
Okay. You get back. Anybody like to do anything else with this day?
Yeah. I am going to
We're going to the king.
Going to the
Gotta
king.
talk to him.
I'm just gonna put the tile back down and be like, "Thank you. Have a good day in battle." No, I do want to go to a tailor though.
Okay.
I want to find.
There's lots of people with that name here.
Okay, cool. But the
You're a
ones with the
funny show.
TAI.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. No, I do want to go to a tailor, and I'm just looking for a set of clothes that's just like all black.
Sure. That's not expensive at all.
Cool. It's all black.
I have
Literally like a silver. Get some all black clothing.
Yep.
I'm gonna head to the blacksmith just so he can get my size and stuff like that, so he doesn't have to come to.
He's gonna come to the house.
Oh, just
You don't even know which one it is, to be
Oh,
honest. There's a
okay.
few blacksmiths in town.
fair enough.
I spent that 1 coin, guys.
I'll just sit in the common room and just
Okay.
read the tome. Keep looking through it so I can understand more.
Alright, you wait. Eventually, a man comes by. He's got a real thick mustache, and his hair is very, very stringy and pulled back in it like a bun, but there's really no point because it's so stringy and just loose. It's definitely a man who's been over smoked for a long time. He comes by just kind of grumbling. Right away, I want to use the one I'm supposed to be measuring.
Believe me, maybe some more.
Pulls out some measuring tape. Walks up to you. As he gets uncomfortably close to your face to measure your neck. Teeth are just decayed and you can smell it. Never knew what a toothbrush or herbs were. Measures you, and then he just leaves, just unceremoniously walks out after writing things down.
I'll just sit back down.
You assume it's good and being measured, but that's really the best you've got. He's just very unceremonious about it.
I'll follow him out, and then I'll actually run out and give him a piece of paper of what I want it to look like.
Opens it up. Oh, that's easy. Walks out. Black and yellow, I assume. Whatever, black and
Black
goldish.
and yellow, and actors can't draw, so it's something like this.
You just drew a bumblebee.
Oh gosh, Tracy's gonna draw.
You're gonna get whatever you draw, bud.
That.
Oof! It's a
That's
6
easy.
Oh, that's easy. The Emperor has no clothes.
He looks at it. He's like, "Oh yeah, I see the gold trim on the bottom, the black in the middle." He's been doing it for so long.
It's beautiful. I love it. I love the idea, mate. All right, but you are all pretty much free to do what you would like for the next couple of days. There's currently no task being sought.
I wait till night.
All right.
Wait until I get my toolkit.
Then I go visit the king.
Okay. It hits dark.
Just so it's out of the way, so that he can do
Go ahead.
Can I? Are there bookshelves in the house? Like one, even.
Yes, there is one bookshelf.
I'm giving you Oblivion real quick.
Do what?
I'm giving you Oblivion.
All right, I'll get this back to you soon. So I'm going to, I guess, read through Oblivion first.
Okay.
It's
This is one that's going to take some time too.
All right, that one I'm going to be cracking into it. I'm going to have the bookshelf moved to my room.
Sure.
Have all that put up, and then I'm just reading.
Sure.
So
I'm gonna
that's me.
let him know the tome as well, so we can both read through it sometimes. We can put our brains together to figure
Okay.
it out.
Of course, yes.
But yeah, Atris has nothing else to do anymore. He's just gonna chill at the house and be house watch.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch the
All right.
clan
So you
house.
sit on house watch.
I want to go look for some half plate.
Some half plate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, the guy. Sorry.
We have to go welding torch.
Didn't the blacksmith guy? He said 3 sets of armor.
Yeah, I said one for all of us.
So.
Okay. Yeah, he can measure you all as well. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Did he tell me that? Can I just point him?
I'll
toward
let you
the blacksmith one, too?
retroactively take it.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll take
Okay.
a second.
Do it.
I'll take a second.
What kind of armor can you wear? Scale. Okay. All right. So what all? Is there anything else everybody would like?
Fuck, that's over.
Would I have my toolkit by tonight?
Probably next morning.
Okay. No, I'm just gonna be. I'm gonna get spare wood from the woods.
Okay.
Question: if you cut a chameleon's tail off, does it grow back?
Eventually.
You know what?
I know.
He's a lizard folk.
A lot
He's
of
really
lizards do.
he's technically just a reptile folk more than anything. So,
We're gonna
So
test that one
if we
time.
need to go stealth, we'll just.
all right,
It's Ink's turn.
Why do you cut my tail off to go stealth?
all right, Ink.
It might need to be done sometime for some reason. Right?
Or bench.
I find my way to his bedroom. That is through the hallways or through the windows.
Probably through the hallways.
Okay.
So there is guards on the outside. So I will need a stealth check.
Yes, sir.
That one. You just walk up like, hey guys, like no. You've already seen him today.
Stealth, that is a 18.
All right. You how are you trying to go in?
Probably, I'm guessing that the castle has bushes and foliage.
Mhm.
I want to keep along the backside of the foliage and then just do a quick turn behind one of them.
Okay. What time are you doing this, by the way? Shortly after dark, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna do shortly after dark, because that's probably about when the morning shift guys will probably be getting off. They're probably a bit tired, a little bit off their guard.
Okay.
With Ink's previous employment, what he used to do, he probably knows this kind of stuff. So
All right. You You walk around the house. Going around, you do see one bedroom with a window open. Looking in, it is the passed out advisor that after drinking so much, he went straight to bed.
In the window. I
Okay.
didn't even plan that. That's just
You
better luck than
climb
good.
in the window.
Okay.
It's a little bit of a squeeze, but it's not bad for you because he does leave it open for a draft, but mostly because he's older.
Yeah.
But it's not open all the way by any means, but it's not really a problem for you. You sneak in.
I
He
pulled the
seems
covers.
completely unaware. Tucking in,
yeah.
real nice. You get to the door. Give me a perception check.
This is where I'm not so good. Actually, no, I am pretty good at perception. 9.
9. Hall sounds clear.
I still take it stealthily because
Right.
Yeah.
You swing open the door.
Stealthily.
You swing open the door like this. You see a gentleman at the other end of the hall, definitely a guard, kind of turns, and then you're quick enough. You close it. Doesn't seem to notice you. But you wait. You hear eventually footsteps. Swing it back open.
Okay.
You don't know exactly where the king stays.
I'm guessing somewhere upper floor.
Okay. You know where the stairs are because you've gone up them before. All right.
Probably top floor, middle.
Okay. As you're going down, you hear from the study that you were previously in with the little girl, you hear the father talking to her very softly. But no response from her. It sounds more like he's talking to her in her sleep. It's kind of sad, but also kind of sweet in a weird way. You duck up the stairs. Give me another stealth check as you're kind of changing your approach here.
That is a 21.
Okay. You kind of quickly go up the steps, but as quietly as you can. You hit the top, you look down. There are 2 guards patrolling the next hall up. They hit a corner and they go down that direction. You have another floor up, but you also have this floor. You hear talking from the room in front of you, immediately ahead. Not a room you're familiar with.
We'll push forward and just put the ear.
Okay, give me another perception check.
Not good with perception. 8.
8. You don't make out the words, but you recognize the voice. It is Admiral Hensley talking to somebody. But you can't understand the words. He doesn't sound angry. He sounds like he's just talking very harshly. You don't hear another voice, you just hear him talking.
He wouldn't. He's way too good to talk to anybody other than the king. So I'm going to take a spot hidden away and wait for Hensley to leave.
Okay. Alright, you wait a while. Give me a new stealth check, just because now you're hiding in the dark here.
17.
It's good that he rolled though, because he has a high perception.
Yeah, I know.
There's a pause. Probably it's a good 20 minutes. And then the door opens. The loud, very signature clicking of boots. He steps out of the hall. Always looks cautious, no matter where he's going. Always looks like he's got a problem with something. He's holding a champagne glass. He looks down the hall, knocks it back, sets it on a little ashtray outside, and then goes down the stairs like he's leaving the castle.
I slide into that room.
Okay, you slide in, and are you doing it stealthily or are you just walking in?
Oh,
Okay.
quiet.
Okay, you slide
All
in.
of this is quiet.
There is 2 guards in there.
Okay.
They are both sitting. There is no king in here. They're both sitting. One of them is polishing his helmet. The other one has his helmet on and looks like he might be reading a book. Just kind of sitting there.
I take one good glance just to remember those exact 2 guards' faces.
Okay, one of them's got a helmet on, but one of them you can definitely recognize.
Okay, well, that's good enough. And then I'm going to hastily make my exit.
Okay, you duck out. All right.
Okay.
You've still got more on this floor, or you can go upstairs.
He's got to be on the top floor. That's just straight up kingly.
Okay.
So top floor.
All right, one more stealth check.
Oh fuck yeah.
Okay.
That's 18 plus 6. So
You hit the top, and there is the room that you looked at before. There's the little girl's room that was down the way a little bit. Kind of zigzags up here. It's actually easy to get lost on this top floor. You have a fairly decent memory of it, though. But you know there's one direction you didn't go to before. So you hit that side, kind of go to the left out, you go to the right, you hit left again. There's a small staircase up, and then towards the end of the hall, there's a big double door. But it is intentionally designed that there is one way into this, and there is a guard standing outside of it.
You know what? Screw it. I walk straight towards the door like I know exactly what I'm doing.
Okay. The guard does not immediately like attack you, but he definitely sees you as you walk and puts his spear out.
Oh, what's up?
What are you doing here?
I have a meeting with the king. Did he not tell you?
This late at night.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm going to have to verify this.
Go for it.
He does the cautiously staring at the thing, reaches to try and find the handle.
Important enough to guard the door, but not important enough to tell him when meetings are.
Swings back, closes the door. You hear a oh. Are you kidding me?
There's an audible laugh from the other side of the door. Right.
No, it's fine. Fine. Let him in. Oh my god. The guard swings it open and goes, "There's your head."
I like to keep it on my shoulders. Thank you. And I walk right in.
He closes the door behind you. The king is literally in a nightgown, floppy hat on his head, sitting in a nice bed, and there's 2 chairs in here for casual tea time. There's a really nice dresser. It's a very big bedroom, but he's just sitting in the bed glaring at you.
I told you to expect me later.
I'm going to give you 30 seconds to explain to me why you're here.
I take off
4.
Now.
Clearly you didn't talk to my advisor very much, did you?
No, I didn't, because he's an old drunk. How many men do you have? Because our odds just got a lot worse.
Men as in Time Watch or as in my army?
Good, so this is a safe location.
It is. As far as I know, at least.
What do we have at our disposal?
For which? Time Watch or my army? Because they don't cross over.
Obviously Time Watch.
I don't know for sure. I didn't know if you wanted to destroy a city.
I mean, obviously I do, but that's not what I'm worried about right now. I'm worried about the 5 fuckers that just came out of that tower.
Oh, you think I'm not?
Oh no, I know you are.
Not as many as I'd like, that's for sure. The reason Finch was not down there yesterday is because I have already sent him to try and alert the rebellion, the entire army, to let them know to be on the watch and that everything has escalated. As you know, maybe you don't know,
I know level.
they are not on speaking terms, so this is an unusual task to send him to do. But we felt that this was the time to try and bring our forces back together. If we could get them, we could be hundreds and hundreds strong.
Okay.
Without them, you're looking at 7 good men and about 30 mediocre ones.
I'm assuming that we're included in the 30 mediocre.
At the moment, yes, I haven't decided.
And Britain's 7 of the good men.
Yes, he is. Well,
I think that it's time that you all make contact with some of the other Time Watch members. We don't have good ways to get a hold of them, so if you all would go find them, that would be very helpful.
cities and names. Say them. Do not write them down.
Fair. Are you gonna write that down?
Judd is.
I'll do a Judd note.
Alright. Obviously, there's the ones you've already met, but there are 3 others that I need you to alert if you can. They are Shaylana in the City of Evolution, Dolian. He is in the northern continent. I'm afraid I don't know what city at this time, as he does move. He has a habit of showing himself when he's needed, which is very helpful. Lane. He is currently in the city of Alfalt in the east continent. That's going to be another hard one to find.
Never been to the east, so that ought to be interesting.
And then bonus points if you can find Quiven in the Arco Forest.
Huh. Yeah, right.
Our forces would be much stronger. At one point she was a general within the army, but she stepped back after the split between the Time Watch and the Rebellion, choosing to remain neutral, but obviously still against Kronos.
Makes sense. Now, I mostly keep to the south. Blackwater, mostly. Where are safe cities? And where can we do some recruiting?
You're not going to find much recruiting anywhere. Blackwater has
That can
always
be
been a
quite-
rebellious city. Honestly, you would have more luck getting somebody in Blackwater than you would in most of Grey.
Oh, I plan to.
Evolution is dangerous. It's flat out. You're never going to find anyone. The northern continent is divided at the moment. You are half loyalist, half rebellious. That's where most of the army makes their work. That's going to be one of your best places to do recruiting. If you're looking for weaponry, Evolution and Blackwater are the two places you're going to get imports.
Makes sense.
If you're looking for soldiers that could sway either way, Valiance or Colonia Melta are your two biggest cities on this continent.
Gotcha.
Other than that, most of it's to your own. I assume you're a pirate.
Oh, the best.
It was not hard to determine.
No. I'm not a pirate. I'm the pirate.
Your name is not on a wanted poster, so either you're very good or very bad. That's the two options.
That's for you to decide. But,
Didn't take that bullet very well.
well, the Jester didn't take my knee very well, and I was trying to keep the bullet from going into somebody else.
Fair point. The Admiral is not pleased with you at the moment, but I'm hoping your favor will smooth him over a little bit.
Did Shrimpy come through, or we haven't got any word on that
Don't
yet?
know yet.
You better.
That's the best I can give you. If you can start finding these Titans and wiping them off the face of the earth, maybe we can draw Kronos out of the mountain and kill him.
I've been trying to do that for years. Trust me. With these guys, it's gonna fucking happen.
Your group?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm sorry, were you in that tower? Did you see what they could do?
No, but I've seen them out of combat and they're not very impressive to me so far.
Cairo, the hooded guy,
Mm-hmm.
one of the best shots I've seen.
Get fucked.
He didn't even hit him with a dagger.
He wasn't trying to. Atris. The weight of that ball on its own says stuff to his strength, let alone his healing magic. Awesome. I don't know who's doing that. Nomad, I'm still a little bit iffy
My
on.
advisor has taken a particular interest to your construct.
He stands there a lot, but if he gets angry, do not stand in his way.
No
My-
man sneezes.
My advisor has
The earth shakes.
a special interest in your construct. Something about him is not of this realm. Obviously, none of you are, but he is not like any construct we've seen come out of evolution.
Well, let's keep that between us.
No, I would like him to speak to the advisor. If you can arrange it.
The drunk guy?
Yes, he's not really a drunk. He doesn't get to drink often. You brought out something in him.
I do that.
He has a very low constitution, okay? He is not...
Dude, we half a bottle of ale. That's all he had.
I know.
Very low.
You just ruined 6
He's a
months
faunus.
of AA
He was not
meetings.
built... He is a faunus. He doesn't have high constitution.
What you saying about my people, bro?
Nothing.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Continue milking your friends and building
Yes,
them up
I
a little
will.
bit.
We'll have him talk to.
Okay.
Now, Corbin.
Uh-huh.
He heals good.
Okay.
Also, he might be possessed by a demon.
Oh, wonderful. This is getting better and better. I cannot
I don't
wait
know.
to put my full trust in you all.
Do you want the guy that's possessed by a demon on your side or somebody else's side? See, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Preferably not at all, honestly. It would be the best choice. But
Kill the demon now, Watson.
And then Cam.
It's fish.
He throws up fish. I know that doesn't mean a lot to you, but it means a whole lot to me.
he throws up fish. Like, is he intolerant to them? Like,
No,
he eats them
he
and they come...
literally, he casted a magical spell and then he started throwing up fish.
Why did he do that? Did he want to do that?
But
Was that a thing of
I
intention?
don't think that was intended because he looked really pale afterwards and
How big were these fish?
they
I'm
were
very
pretty deep. I pull one out.
Oh my, that came
Yeah.
out of his throat?
Yeah, you just see this large lump forming and it just blah. But granted, I don't think he was included on the tapestry, so
No.
don't worry.
No, he was not.
All I'm saying, don't underestimate us.
Alright.
Can't lose the party.
Also, I'm a lot smarter than you think. I'm incredibly disrespectful. I'm a pirate, but a lot smarter.
Please stay out of Admiral Hensley's way. I am trying to get him on
trust me, I don't
everybody's
wanna get
good
in that
side,
way.
because at some point, if you go to the Eastern continent,
Admiral after my ass.
if you have to go to the Eastern continent, he's the only person I know that I can reliably ask to get you there without him trying to rob you blind. Because he doesn't really care about that. He's too stuck up for it.
We'll try to stay on his good side.
Please. I think your favor will go a long way if it comes through. The ship means a lot to him. It's been in his family for a long time.
Yeah, and one day I'm gonna sink it, but not today.
That's a whole different story. Please don't. At the moment.
No, not right now. I know when to pick my.
When it
fights.
comes time to take down the entire Loyalist army, we can talk about sinking ships, whoever's side they're on.
Oh, I'm gonna
There's a
sink all
lot
the
bigger
ships.
ships than his, though, on that army. What else do you need?
That's all I needed. Information and for you not to hold out on us.
I don't hold out on you unless there's a reason I can't talk.
That's why I'm making a night visit. You might be
In the future,
receiving more of
can
this.
we maybe send a letter first?
Uh,
so that I know not to go to sleep and then have to be rudely awakened while I'm in the middle of the dream
literally-
about some very, very, very attractive women.
Ooh, what color were the hair?
3 different shades. Blonde, a redhead, a brunette. It's wonderful.
I don't do this often. But I'm sorry.
I'll join you in that dream.
I hope I can re-find myself in such the brothel. Now, on your way out, you might want to watch out for Admiral Hensley. He was here.
He already
last
left.
I remember. Oh, wonderful. Good.
He was talking to 2 guards.
He does that a lot. He's friends with a lot of them, which is unnerving.
I know one of their faces.
Yay! I know most of my guards' faces. Maybe not all of them, but most of them. Most of them are recruited
Yeah,
on
but
the
if
outside.
a king did a murder, that would be unseen.
What?
Have a nice sleep. I walk out.
Oh my god. Alright, you walk out. The guard, you kind of bump into me. Oh, sorry. Lets you through.
Night, bro.
That was Ink's intelligence returned.
What's the guard's name? Just so we know for our attributes.
Oh, I have no fucking clue.
One of our perks of non-believer.
Alright. You can pretty sneakily get back out. It's no problem. You ride back to the house, I guess?
Yep.
Alright. Hank walks back in. Is there anything else?
Cairo! Where's my liquor?
On the shelves.
What are you talking about? They're just downing it on the ground. No. Just
Pouring mayonnaise.
This is
Just
just all,
mayonnaise.
all mayonnaise in them. Just a bunch of bottles outside your door.
I'm gonna just walk over to the bottle shelf and just magic bottle over. Dink, 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 dink.
Alright.
Time to party, brothers.
Yeah!
You all
Cheers!
drink the night away. You actually can get drunk, by the way.
I don't wish to.
Okay, but you can if
All
you
the
do.
con saves.
Oh,
I ain't drinking.
No matter. Before I get drunk and forget what I'm doing, the old guy, the old advisor guy, Yes. He wants to talk to you.
Okay.
So maybe like, don't talk to him right now because he's passed out drunk at home. But like maybe tomorrow, like give him like a.
If I can find it.
He's at the castle.
Okay. I assume that.
You want a drink?
No.
Sure.
Yes.
All right.
I want to go to the group real quick and say, I almost forgot, because I'm just rubbing my eyes because I've been up all night working on Oblivion, playing Oblivion. No, so I go up to each of them and say, we've come into a bit of luck. The girl's father paid me 30 gold for the rescue of his daughter, so I give everybody 5.
Be put to very good use. More beer.
Yes.
Um,
Now, is this the part where we all make con saves?
I mean, if you guys are intentionally drinking to get drunk, I'm not going to make you.
Oh
I'm
no,
not
I'm
actually
getting
drinking.
blitzed.
I wanna those 3 potions that we found. Since we don't know what they are, I wanna
I can identify this one.
yes. Go and
Cool thing.
identify them.
Alright.
Did you write down the minor invisibility potion I gave you? Because I didn't want to erase it without it getting.
This is a funny thing to bring up to the table, and for viewers to know. I took Oath of Death. One of the traits of them is living life of the party life to honor your friends' lives, basically. So, I'm willing
Oh,
to get
you're a fuck boy.
fucked up, boys!
We're playing beer pong.
Where's it at? So I can read it off.
But it's like these really skinny ale bottles. that
They're
nobody wins.
fruits. Celebrate life with
Every time
others
you
and
wish.
aid the creation of the next generation. Which means it's time to fuck some bitches and get fucked up ourselves.
My man.
Good luck supplying the bitches. Phew. I was there in the vampire campaign.
Okay.
Have you always had the cat ears?
So you cast Identify.
What?
Can you cast it on all 3?
You never
Or
put
is
your
it
hat
one
back
at a
on,
time?
baby.
I think it's a ritual. I can just go. I can spend
Okay.
the next little bit doing it. if I need to.
Okay, one of them is called the Oil of Slipperiness.
I'm listening.
By rubbing it on a creature, it
Yeah,
gains
oil.
freedom of movement.
I'm just gonna let you write that down because it's going straight to you.
Okay. By rubbing it on a creature, they gain the freedom of movement spell for a minute.
The greased up deaf guy.
But it does take 5 minutes to apply.
I accidentally drank it.
It's
It's really regular from now on.
One of them, as you kind of like shake it, it has a like a little. It looks like a little ball floating in it, and then as you turn it, it's definitely an eyeball. It is a potion of clairvoyance. It allows one use of the clairvoyance spell.
Ooh. That's a Pathfinder. That's a Pathfinder potion. Not the game, but our Pathfinder, finder of paths.
Like Apex Legends.
Sure.
Pathfinder? Because that's more
That'd
his
be,
style.
yeah.
The last one is a potion of water breathing.
Hold
Always comes in handy. Lets you have 1 hour of water
Fucking
breathing.
high-fiving robot.
Did you ever happen a second ago?
What?
He never put his hat back on. So I was
You're right.
like,
I
what's
never
up with
put
the
my
cat
hat back
ears?
No, he's got cat ears.
Yeah, shit. Look at that.
My cousin had a cat.
Britton walks out of his room and goes, hey, are we partying or?
Oh, we're fucking partying.
I like him. Alright, we're drinking. He just starts drinking.
Alright.
I always consider myself more of a walrus. He's got the long beard and the mustache that hangs down.
I go back to my room. Just never change, Britain.
To say I take off the fake cat ears, and then my real ones pop up.
It's really boing boing.
Double sure.
You're a
So
silly
much
man.
confusion going.
But that's where we come in. I guess that's probably a good place to end it for the day.
I don't know because my phone died.
If you would like, I can give you all the list just from your knowledge. I'm assuming you're going to be sharing
Yeah.
more
Oh yeah.
during this
I'm
time.
going to be spewing all that information as we're
Um,
talking.
Before we end, can I have a look at the map?
Yankee.
Oh, you wanted me to send everyone the map?
Yes.
I can send
Oh,
everyone the map.
I'll put it.
Okay, you can send everyone the map. Heck, you can put it in the Discord too if you
I
want.
say, everybody's been talking about the
Wait,
map.
the
and I've never
Discord?
seen it.
Yeah, the
Brad, we
Discord.
have a Discord.
We sure do. In fact, it'd be
Aha!
awesome
At
if
the
people
Drunken
would
Pony.
join it, and I think we could put a link in the description of the video. Correct?
Sure can.
Yeah, that would
that's
be
my
great.
job.
That's on you.
God damn it.
Drunken
Uh,
Pony, guys.
Drunken
played
Pony,
myself.
join our Discord. Come hang out. Come talk with us.
Check out Instagram. Check out the Twitter.
come make fun
TikTok
of Zach.
might be
Uh,
coming.
yeah,
Make
please.
fun of
Yeah,
Zach.
that's what we've decided. You can come make fun of Zach as much as you want.
Yeah.
Yep. We're gonna have a feed called
Especially
Dunkin'
after
on
that.
Zach.
Duncan on Zach.
There we
Duncan on
go.
Zach.
I didn't put it in the Discord. 'Cause I don't
And if
I'll
it gets
put it in
enough
the
upvotes, we'll make Pickens on Trace one as well.
Pickens on.
Trace.
Oh! Alright, good night, everybody. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. And, so I will